Hello everyone and welcome back to the FRC Historian. First off, I'd like to say that I sincerely apologize to all those associated with Team 195. I guess I did not refer to them as the Cyber Knights in my Unbreakable Records video, and I incredibly apologize for that. You're an amazing team who has won the district championship 4 times, been ranked 2 in the district 5 times in a row, with a record that I do not feel will be broken in a very, very long time. So I apologize, and now let's go on to the video. So, for those of you who did not know, I like to classify the years of FRC in terms of dynasties. For those of you who watch other sports, you can think of other dynasties. I like to think of FRC as a sport of the mind, as Team Cayman calls it. And I have a few dynasties in mind. So today, by user review, I'm going to talk about a few dynasties that are no longer around, but the impact of those dynasties. First off, we're going to start with the first one, Team 71 Hammond. If you did not know, they've actually gotten several division finalists in the last few years, which shows a lot considering the fact that the dynasty that I recognize them for starts in 1997, ends in 2005. Because from 1997 to 2004, they won 4 championships, a feat not matched until 2018 by the Cheesy Poofs, where from 2001, 2002, and 2004, they won 3 championships in 4 years, which is phenomenal. And also winning several regionals, several rank 1 seeds, and actually bridged the gap between the first win in 1997 was when there was one team who won. Their next 3 wins were during the time when 2 teams would win, and then their final. Then after that, 2005 was the first year of 3 rollouts. So they really merged those 3 together. So next up, onto my second one, 177 Bobcat Robotics. For those of you who do not know, this team's dynasty takes on a much different field than all the other ones, because they're a team who's won Worlds twice, been World Finals several times, and during their span of 2006 to 2011, they won 2007 2011. They won every single division 6 years in a row, which is a feat only matched by the Citrus Circus as in 2018. And this team has been a second pick world champion several times, which is something that doesn't happen every time. This is a team who made it back to Worlds every single year, whether it be by a wild card slot, or by a previous championship, or by a regional win. They made it back every single year. They won the division, and then they won the championship, making them, I think, the only team to come back several years in a row off of a wild card slot and still win the championship. And although they're done this, they've actually won several districts and a 2014 district championship, showing that they are off to a great start. And they're continuing to do well. Next up, on the next one, the final one I'll cover for today is 1114 Symbotics. Now, this team is a team I'm going to get into a lot more later, but Symbotics Dynasty, in my opinion, starts in 2007, ends in 2015, or 2016 if you want to call it the really end of it. And during this time, they won several regionals. Actually, they won 18 regionals with OP, which is the #1 best team-ups ever. #2 being Sparta Boss 971 and the Cheesy Poofs at 6, which is 3 times less than 18. And with Symbotics, during this time, they won the 2008 championship with their Captain 217, as well as their second pick, Robo Wranglers, making one of the best alliances that could never happen again. And that's the year that they won 7 banners, if you watched my last video. And one thing about them is that throughout the years, they won several banners. One thing that they did was they became the Hall of Fame team in 2012. They became inducted into the first Hall of Fame as the first non-US Hall of Fame team, making the Hall of Fame international. And it was up until 2017 when 3132, Thunder Down Under, was able to add to that international list. So Symbotics also won the championship, which for those of you who have watched OP as their robot's been getting better and better, they have yet to win a championship or be inducted into the Hall of Fame. Both things Symbotics has done. So throughout history, Symbotics has put in their place as one of the best teams in Canadian history, and still doing well now, winning their first district, setting the 2nd world highest score in a finals match with Team Dave. And then why I say it ends in 2015, people like to argue about it, but 2015, their average was 1 point. I'll explain 2015's game later on, but their average was 1 point in the semis off of being 1678, 119. Had they been higher, they could have won Worlds, making them a 2-time World Championship in 2015. However, in 2016, the magic was gone as they got 2 regional finalists, once to OP and High Rollers, and then once with OP being OP's first ever and only regional they've ever not won, which was Waterloo 2016. And then after that, they went on to Carver, where they became division quarterfinalists. They've been doing better since, winning several districts. and I like to remember their dynasty as lasting the longest of any FRC team to date, doing incredibly well, winning Worlds, making it to Einstein a record 5 times, and also becoming the first international team inducted into the Hall of Fame. Thank you for listening, and for those of you who want to know what dynasties I consider concurrent, I consider the Cheesy Pooch dynasty, which started in 2011 at the dusk of 177's dynasty and is still going, as well as Citrus Circus dynasty, which started in 2013 with their successful Scorched Earth strategy and has gone on until today, where if they win their division this year, they will have done it 7 times in a row, beating the Bobcats record. Thank you for listening. If you have any ideas, please let me know down below. That poll is still open, so please answer if you can. Thank you to all 6 of you who responded, and goodbye.